right. It's the ultimate question: who wins the Super Bowl?
Well, in the interest of full disclosure, I live in San Diego, and I am fully going with the Chargers on this one. I think the fact that they got to the AFC Championship game, we talk about a process you go through. I think they learned from that, and the fact that they could take the Patriots 18-0 at the time, or 17-0 at the time, into the fourth quarter with LaDainian Tomlinson out, Antonio Gates hurt, Philip Rivers playing on one knee, I think bodes well for them this season.
Well, I do not live in San Diego, but I'm agreeing with you, Jim. I'm also picking the Chargers. I live in Chicago, and I will not pick the Bears.
Smart.
The Chargers, to me, are a team that runs the ball well, plays good defense, and I think they've got a great young quarterback in Philip Rivers, who's capable of taking his game to another level this year. He's developed chemistry with his receivers at this point. I think they've got a lot of great playmakers on their team, and I expect them to do big things.
Well, I live in Arlington, Texas, and I am not picking the Cowboys in the interest of full disclosure. I think the Cowboys get to the championship game. I think they lose to the New Orleans Saints. I really like the New Orleans Saints. Drew Brees had a great season last season. Everybody forgets that. They've improved their defense, and I think Sean Payton is one of the best young coaches in this league. So I think the Saints get to the Super Bowl, and I think they lose to the San Diego Chargers. So we have 3 Chargers here. I hope you guys are picking somebody be creative. Come on.
Well, I live in Tampa, and I'm not picking the Buccaneers. And that's because the Super Bowl's in Tampa, and there's never been a home team playing.
That's
the only reason. I don't want John Gruden necessarily to get mad at me.
That's a wise idea, right?
But really, I think that, the Dallas Cowboys have the most talent, I think, in the NFC. And even though they were 13-3, had home field advantage, they didn't make it, okay? And so their singular focus is the Super Bowl. We saw one year when the Colts had the same situation. They had home field advantage throughout the playoffs. They didn't get there. The next year, they weren't quite as fortunate, but the drive was even better because they knew they had an opportunity to get away. And speaking of the Colts, I really like them to bounce back. That window is closing at some point. They still have some good young players, but Peyton Manning, what would a Super Bowl be without a Manning, for starters? Sure. And Tony Dungy going back to Tampa, there's some serendipity there that maybe he walks away now and just drives down the street and goes home, and it's all over.
A little sarcasm from Trotter over there. I saw it.
I missed it.
Yes.
Bob?
Well, I'm from New York. I got to watch the defending Super Bowl champions. I've watched them all off season. Yes, they've had some key losses. 8 times before it's been done. I think the Giants get back. I think it's Peyton versus Eli, and I think the baby brother wins it all. Very cute, Bob. Very cute. I can walk with my head held high in the Giants locker room. Okay, fellas. I believe it. Is it so bad to pick
It's not so bad.
Super Bowl champs?
Highly unlikely when you look at the losses they've had this offseason.
Yeah, they've had losses. They're a good football team. They have gotten the defense. Justin Tuck, Dan, mid-season, I'm going to tell you, Justin Tuck's one of the top 5 defensive players in the game, and you're not going to look at me. That's an outrageous statement, Bob. That is outrageous. Over the top outrageous.
I want to know what was in that coffee. I mean, we're going to show this in February.
We are going to
come back and show
I'm going to show people right now just to refresh your memory here. Here are the picks that our experts have made. A lot going with the Chargers. Shireen, Jim, and Dan all going with the Chargers. Bob all alone with the Giants, and then Rick going a little off base there with the Colts. Not off base in craziness, but off from what some of the other experts are picking.